Hello, students. In the continuation of the same story, the marriage is a private affair. Uh, we came to know about the discussion which was going on the village and how was the ideas of his father about the marriage, about the local herbalist, and about the traditions. Then we come to know that after 6 months later, Nameka was showing his young wife a short letter from his father. I mean, Nameka received a letter from his father, and he was showing this letter to his wife. And what was written in the letter? That uh, it amazed me that you could be so unfeeling as to send me your wedding picture. पापा कहते हैं, how have you sent me the pictures of the images of your marriage? And then he says that these were very surprising for me. But then also, as I am your father, I can't break my relations with you. So I tore the photo of that girl from that image, that picture, and I took your photo with me as you are my son. And with this letter, I am sending the photo of that girl to you back. It has nothing to do. Looking, reading, listening about this letter and the photo, the girl Nene started to cry, and his husband tried to make her calm. He says that, "Don't cry, my darling," and my father is a good natured man. With passage of time, he will accept. Then time goes on. कई साल बीत जाते हैं, 7 8 साल निकल जाते हैं. And the people who were in Lagos belongs to their community. At the beginning, they were not good with that girl at time. Their behavior was uh, discriminatory against her. They don't pay, didn't pay respect her, didn't invite her. But later on, they came to know that the behavior of girl, the nature of girl was very supportive, very helpful. She used to help them. And at her home also, she was very particular about the cleanliness, but very particular about the things, very particular about the way of her living. Her sons, they were also, their upbringing was also very good. And all these positive sides of the lady Nene influenced them in a positive manner. They discussed about this new couple in the village also, that this was the happiest couple among them. The girl was working as a teacher and they were happy, they were prosperous, their life was good. But no one dares to speak such things in front of the father of Mecca, because as soon as he hears the uh, stories or the talks about his son, he became furious. So no people in the village tried to tell him about his son. So these news about this new couple were not available to his father. And with this, time was moving. His father was also under stress because he couldn't have met his son since long. He was struggling with his emotions. And with this struggle, and the time was moving on, and the family, the family, the father of Nemeka and his son Nemeka, his wife, they were in Lagos, and father was at village. So there was a gap, there was a uh, tension, there was a stress among their relations. And suddenly Nemeka's father got a letter which was written by Nene to him. And this letter brought a storm of emotions in his heart, and he felt that his stiffness, his strictness, his rigidity was melting. He was unable to struggle against the breaking of relation. He was ready to accept them. What was in that letter which affect or which changed the mood of, changed the resolution of Namika's father? Here are the lines which I am going to read here, students. The girl wrote, what did she write? She write, our two sons from the day they learned that they have a grandfather, कि हमारे जो दो बेटे हैं, जब से उनको पता लगा कि उनके दादाजी हैं, have insisted on being taken to him. तब से वो कह रहे हैं कि मैं उनको आपके पास लाया जाए. I find it impossible to tell them that you will not see them. मुझे ये बड़ा असंभव लग रहा है, या मुझे असंभव लगा कि मैं मेरे बच्चों को ये नहीं कह सकती कि तुम्हारे दादाजी तुम्हारे से नहीं मिलेंगे. I implore you to allow Nameka to bring them home for a short time during his leave next month. मैं आपसे निवेदन करती हूँ कि आप नमेका को अगली छुट्टियों में उसको गांव आने देवें और दोनों बच्चों को भी साथ में रहने देवें. I shall remain here in Lagos. And how is the nature? I mean that politeness, generosity, loving behavior of that girl. She says that I would remain in Lagos. If you hate me, if you don't want to accept me, I won't come to village. But please allow your grandson so that they can meet you, they can see their grandfather. And this letter, मेवाड़ी में एक कहावत है बेटा, आप लोगों ने सुनी होगी आसपास, मूल बच्चे भी व्याज बतो वालो है. तो दादा और दादी जो हैं वो अपने पोतों पोतियों से बहुत ज्यादा स्नेह होता है उनका. एंड दे कांट डिनाई टू मीट देम, टू मीट देयर ग्रैंडसन एंड ग्रैंडडॉटर. So this letter brought a storm of emotion in the father, in the heart of that Nemeka's father. And receiving that letter, on that night of receiving the letter, he couldn't sleep. He was against, he himself was fighting against his resolution that I won't allow that girl and that son to my house. But it is not declared in that story, but we can feel by his emotions, by his what we say awakening night, that he was unable to resist the coming of his son, his grandson, and even his daughter-in-law to his place. And the family was reunited by the good behavior, by the good support, by the good nature of that girl. So, dear students, with the time of, with the spread of education, with the spread of modernity, we have changes in relations. We see some changes, but these changes or the negativities can be won by good nature, by good heart. Thank you, sir. अरे सर मैंने 4 लेसन बना दिए. अरे वाह यार कर दिए. सर हम जाए.